Hey guys, Catastrophic here, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to use triggers. And first we need to define what a trigger is. A trigger is basically the visual element that you use to make and build functionality for your Starcraft 2 map. And basically it does all the coding for you in the background, and it simplifies things and makes things faster and easier. Yeah, so today we're going to be going over several different aspects. The first one is we're going to make a trigger that is called when a unit is in a region. The second one, is going to be called, and it is going to issue an order to a unit. And the third one, we're going to make it trigger that kills a unit. The fourth one, we're going to teleport a unit. And the fifth one, I'm going to show you functionality of unit groups, how to use a unit group, like how important it is, and when you would use it, etc. And then the last and sixth one is a unit spawner. So yeah, let's get right in. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a new map. So go to File, New, have your Starcraft 2 editor open. I just want to go over, summarize these real quick. Melee map is your basic standard map where you spawn with workers and just your main base, just like in multiplayer Starcraft 2. Training map, I'm not sure. Dependent mod is basically a mod you can add to your map, and it holds extra functionality and assets, and I'm not sure what extension mod is either. I just haven't looked into these two. And arcade map is what we're interested in today, and that's your custom map with non-melee gameplay. So this you can add whatever you want to it. It's custom, and this is what standard arcade maps are used to make maps with. So I'm going to click next, and this is dependencies, which basically hold all the information, units, abilities, everything from whatever pack that you have. So the latest is going to be Legacy of Void, which is going to have everything that these two have, and then include campaign data, which will include everything from the campaign. So, and that is units, doodads, well, pretty much just everything. If you have these two selected in your gold, you have everything. You don't need to worry about stuff. Alright, so we're hitting next, and it's going to prepare a document. Now this is where you choose your map settings, which these actually can all be edited afterwards too, but for testing purposes we're just going to make a 104 by 104, and this is a texture set where it's the textures for your terrain, like your ground, and this is going to be your initial texture that the entire map is going to be filled with. So I'm just going to actually let's just do like a jungle and grass. Alright, and then add random height. If you check this, it's going to add bumps. It's going to add bumps all around your map randomly, and that's the strength, and that's the variability of the bumps, whether they're all going to be the same or random. I'm just going to uncheck that for now. I'm not sure what base site is for, but yeah, just click OK and it will generate the map. Alright, first thing, the interface. I just want to say I have made a video on the interface, so we're not interested in that today. Right now, the only thing we're interested in is triggers, so we're going to go up here and get right into triggers. And, okay, so you got 3 windows here, which are going to be of utmost importance to you when you are making triggers. First off, this is the window that holds all the triggers, just the triggers themselves. See, I'll just create a new trigger and it adds one, just create a few more just to show you. Alright, and then this window is holds all the functionality within the triggers themselves, and we'll go over these in a second. And this window displays tooltips and information and things that you can edit about within each of the elements in this menu. All the different parameters can be edited, and this is a tooltip for each of the elements. See, I click on Start the Melee AI for all computer players, and it shows the tooltip enables the Melee AI for computer players. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory right there. But for some, the tooltip is really helpful. You can learn a lot just by reading tooltips, really. But for now, we're just going to actually make a new trigger from scratch. So just hit here, new trigger, or you can do Control T, and we're gonna name this trigger. And you can just go ahead, hit that, and hit delete. And alright, so we're going to go over all different elements within a trigger. A trigger basically has all these 4 elements, and that's pretty much it. It just has these 4 elements, and you can make multiple triggers that have all do various different functions. But within this trigger, I'm going to show you what all the different elements are. So first, you got events. An event is basically something that happens that fires the trigger. Okay, think of it like you pressing a button, and then that button causes a building to explode. That button you press is the event. When that button is pressed, that is the occurrence, that is the thing that has happened in order for all these other things to happen. If you get that. So yeah, it's an event, something that happens and it makes other things happen. So local variables, we're not going to go into that in this video. Conditions are basically, it's an if statement. If you know coding, it's just an if statement. If you don't know coding, it's basically something that has to happen. It has to be true or false in order for the trigger to actually fire. It's a check that runs before. I mean, after the event fires, it runs, and then it checks for conditions, and then it will go further. And so after that, then it goes into actions. And actions are the actual things that happen within the game, the actual functionality that is built within your actual game, the things you see, etc. So we're just going to jump right into it. Let's do a new element on events, and we're going to just do a very simple one, map initialization. Alright, so this basically is, this event fires when the map starts running, It's pretty self-explanatory, and we're just going to do one action. And we're going to do text message right here. Alright, so you click on the message here and it displays these 3 parameters that are editable. And what these are, they're basically parameters that control the functionality of the action itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on message, and we're going to write I'm just going to do hey there. Alright, so basically what's going to happen is, and this is first off, display a message or hey there for all players to subtitle subtitle area. Basically this means it's going to display this message for all players. This can be changed to just one individual player or a special group of players, but that's what that's for. It specifies the player or players that the message is being displayed to, and this is the area which the message will be shown. And you got all these different areas you can show it in. Like I know somatic displayed in the top center. I know error and debug displayed in like the bottom left. Chat is where people chat. Subtitle is also the same thing as chat. I'm not sure if there's an actual difference, but from what I've seen, there's not really. But anyways, yeah, that's what that action is. It just has 3 parameters. It's pretty simple. Display message hey there for all players to subtitle area, which is the chat area where people chat. So basically what we got so far in the trigger is when this event fires, or when this event occurs, it will fire the trigger. When the map initializes, it checks, alright, there's no condition, so it's just gonna fire this action. It's gonna display the message. Now let's jump right in the game and test this theory. Hit test document or control F9. Let it load. And everything here is editable. This loading screen, you can make it look however you want. Alright, you see, just close this. You see hey there, so that means our trigger worked. Map initialized and display the message. Alright, so good. Now we're just going to close that, go back to our triggers. Alright, now we're going to start with these. So unit is in region. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this event. We're going to change it to a periodic event. Okay, and basically what this is going to do is every X amount of seconds it will fire this trigger. So this is actually a loop ship. Every 5 seconds this trigger will occur. 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds. After 50 seconds this trigger would have occurred 10 times, etc. So now, and then time, game time, real time. Like if you have your game time set to faster, I'm pretty sure that's like 1.5 times faster than than like regular time, which is real time. Not sure what AI time is, but real time is just real time, like actual real life time. Game time is modifiable. You can have it slower than real time, you can have it faster. We're just going to do game time because that's usually the best, because it relates with the game itself the best. So now we're going to make a condition. Hit new condition and hit this I think it's a parentheses. I'm not too sharp with my symbols right now. Yeah, so we're gonna search for unit is in, or unit in region. Search unit in region, and just hit OK. So you can see here it has all these parameters. Triggering unit. This is going to be the unit that is in the region, and then it's going to check whether or not it's true or false if that unit is in whatever region you designate it to be. So right here we're going to click on triggering unit, go to value. Okay, 1 second. Alright, minimize that. We need to make a unit, so I'm just gonna put a Zergling here. And also, while we're in the terrain editor, just hit regions or R, and then hit circle. We're gonna add a circle region. Just do like that, and just for visual reference of the reason, we're going to just make a little circle, change the terrain there so we know where that region is, because you won't see the region in game. Okay, this is only seen in the editor. So that's our visual reference. The if I hide this, the terrain I just put there. Alright, so we're going to go back to triggers, and now we can go here, hit value, click on our Zergling, click OK. Is in region 001 equal true. So this event is only going to happen if that Zergling is in this region and it is true. If he is in that region, this event will fire only if that is true. Alright, then we're going to go down here and let's actually change this. We're going to do a little coloring. We're going to color our Zergling. Send send actor. Hold on a sec. What's actor? Oh. See if I can find it here. Oh, by the way, these are all the categories that triggers are in. You can click on one, like say math, or a better example, player. These will be all the triggers or all the actions that are related to a player. So you got like modify player property, which changes like their minerals, Vespine or whatever. Set alliance, sets whether or not he's allied or an enemy to someone or neutral. Set their player color, sets their player color, pretty self-explanatory. Text message. Alright, so what we're looking for, send, that's why I wasn't using the spaces. Send actor message. There we go. Send actor message to unit. That's what we're looking for. Alright. So we got two parameters here. This is basically, I'm not going to get into actors so much right now, but basically what this is going to do is it's going to change the color of our Zergling. So I guess just copy what I'm doing right now. Set tint. That's what we're looking for. Set tint color. I'm going to change this to red. And then make a multiplier 5, hit enter, and then we're going to click on no unit, and then we're going to go to value and get our Zergling. So what this is going to do is every 5 seconds it's going to check if this Zergling that we made is in that region that we made. It will change the color of the Zergling to red, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's test this. One second. That's good. Alright. So, there we go here. Close that. So we go to Zergling, and there's a region, and we're making go in, and boom, he's red. Alright. Simple as that. If he's in the region, it turns him red every 5 seconds. Now, obviously, if he moves out, it's not going to change him back because we didn't make a trigger that sets him back to regular color. So, yeah, and I think that's pretty much it with that one. So let's close that. Go to our triggers. Alright, now our next one on our list is issue order. Alright, so for this, minimize this. First, what I want to do is let's go to points. Alright, let's make a point here and there like that. And what I'm actually going to do is go to units, and I'm going to let's create a Zergling. We're going to give this to hostile. Let's put that right there next to the point 1. Basically what we want to do is we want to make this Zergling attack this Zergling and then return to his position. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go to triggers, and let's make a new trigger. Let's call this issue order. Let's go to events. This will let's just do time elapsed. Let's make this 10 seconds. So what this basically means is when 10 seconds have passed, this trigger will play one time, and that's all. So let's go to actions, make new element, issue order to just issue order. So let's go over this issue order command. This is using commands that are on the unit. So let's say the unit doesn't have a move ability, it's not going to move it if you issue a move command, or yeah, move command. If you issue a move to like a structure, it's not going to move it because obviously structures can't move because they don't have the move command. So this is only going to do abilities that that unit has in the data editor. Okay, so this is order, so this is going to be the unit that we order. We're going to click on our Zergling. It says player 1 Zergling. Click OK. Now we're hit on this parenthesis, and then we're going to order targeting point. Alright, so what this is going to do is it's going to make it cast this ability targeting the point. So if we hit move targeting the point, then he's just going to move there. If we hit attack, it's going to act as an attack scan. It's just like when you, it's just like in normal gameplay. When you select a unit, you hit attack, and you left click somewhere. He will scan the area as he moves to that location and attack anything in the path until he reaches that location. So that's basically what we're doing. That's what we're mimicking. So we're going to do attack, 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 and targeting point. I think it's point 1. Yeah, point 1. And then replace existing orders. Alright, now what we're going to do is just copy paste that, and we're going to do point 2. we're just gonna change this. Actually, let's do patrol. Okay, so now we're gonna change this. Replace existing orders to after existing orders. Now, what this will do. First, replace existing orders. This will cause him to do the ability no matter what ability or orders are given. This will replace anything. After existing orders, he will do when all the current orders are being done have passed. Then that will play. So basically what we're telling him to do is attack, and once he has reached that point, like after he's killed the Zergling, which by the way, he may not kill that Zergling because they're both Zerglings, so I'm gonna change that in a sec. But once he kills it, he will patrol targeting this point, and then he should be going back and forth. That's what we're doing here, and this will occur after 10 seconds. And I said 10 seconds so it doesn't happen immediately, so I can show you guys it happening. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And so what I actually want to do is let's just make like another Zergling to help him out, because I don't want him to die. So let's just do test document. Let it load. Alright, let's quickly get over there. Alright, so the time is counting down. We're gonna help our buddy here. Alright, so he's attacking towards that point. Alright, now he's killing the Zergling. Alright, now he's patrolling. You can see that. See, that was all the trigger. I did not tell him to do anything at all. He attacked, he killed whatever is in his path, the Zergling, and once he reached that point, he is now patrolling. And you can make him do whatever. I mean, you could even make him burrow. Yeah, let me just show you that. Let's just do that real quick. After existing orders, we're just gonna do parentheses. We're gonna do I think that's the order with no target. Yeah. Hit order with no target. That's just gonna make him cast ability with no target. And we're gonna hit. We're gonna type in burrow. Let's type Zergling. Zergling burrow. That should be it. And that's gonna be after existing order. So after he kills the thingy. Oops. After he kills this guy, he's gonna burrow. All right, let's just test that. Alright. Loading. Okay. Done loading. Close that. Alright, let's watch a guy. He's gonna kill. And then see how I'm not selecting ML and he burrows. We can unburrow him and free control. Alright, so that's that. And you can do that. You can use that. What you would use this for is, say you're making like a spawn wars type map. You can use this issue order command to order all the units that are spawning to attack certain locations. So like, say like you have a whole bunch of Zerglings spawn over here and a whole bunch over here. You can have them attack all, issue order attack over here. Then all the Zerglings will go over there, and then you can do the same with these guys. Have them come over here, and they'll they will go after each other. Or you can do it. You can make I don't know. Say you want a Zergling to patrol. You can make it patrol and like just patrolling and looking for something to kill. I don't know. whatever you want. It's a really useful command to know. Or, issue order. So now let's just delete that. Now we're gonna go on our next. So now we got kill unit. This is gonna be pretty simple. Let's just make a new trigger, call kill unit. Just typo. And let's change the event to. Let's try something a little special here. Let's do a chat message. So basically, it's gonna fire whenever any player. Which again can be changed to just a certain type of player, like player 1, player 2. Types of chat message containing text. And we'll just do dash kill. And matching exactly means it has to be exactly as it is in the message. You can do partially, which you can type in like that, and it'll still issue. It'll run the trigger. Now what we're going to do is add a new action, and this is going to be called kill units. And we're just going to go here. We're going to do our Zergling, and so basically when you type this message dash kill exactly, it's going to kill that Zergling. It's fairly simple. So minimize this test document. I think it's, yeah. Okay, now type in dash kill. Boom, our Zergling's dead. And we can actually change this, make it more expandable, more global use. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit kill. Actually, let's just do this. Let's go here, right click, new element. We're going to do pick each unit and unit group, and we're going to do selected units in that parameter for player 1. Sure. Now we're going to drag this in action. So what this is going to do, pick each unit, is it will pick each unit in whatever you select it as. You know, you can select units within a region. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can use it to do last created units that are created via a trigger and action. But right now we're just focusing on selected units. Basically what this is going to do is all the selected units for player 1 are going to be killed. We're actually going to change that, add new element. Now type in kill a unit, and we're going to do pick the unit. Alright, now this will correlate with this action. Kill picked unit means it will kill whatever unit has been picked, which is the select units for player 1. So it will kill that unit. So whatever I select, like let's make, there's a whole bunch of Zerglings. Alright, now let's just test this. Some nice weather we're having, man. Okay, let's just minimize that. Alright, so let's test this. We're going to select all these airlines, do dash kill. Alright, so you see that worked. We can hit dash kill. You can select one, dash kill, select all of them, dash kill. boom, you've made an admin command. It's pretty simple. Yeah, it's kill a unit. You can do a bunch of different things. You can do you can change the event, make it a periodic event, make it, I don't know, every 3 seconds. So every 3 seconds, all the units that are selected for player 1 will die, which is unfortunate for him. I mean, if they're his units, I guess. Alright, so next thing, we're going to do teleport. This one's kind of fun. So we're going to just delete kill unit. Let's actually delete this trigger too. So we're going to do a new one called teleport, new trigger, and let's actually minimize this for a second. We need to create some assets. Let's move all these guys over here, and what we're going to do is make a new region. Actually just keep that region there, and then make this region over here, and just paint some a blob. I'm going to use a different texture than this just to show, and then go back into triggers, go to our teleport trigger. Now we're going to make an event. Alright, this is going to be unit enters leaves region. And see here, I'm gonna show you the tooltip. This event fires when a unit enters or leaves a region. Use triggering player to get the player that was controlling the unit. Use triggering region to get the region that the unit either entered or left. Use triggering unit to get that unit. I just want to go over something real quick. Triggering means whatever object or thing cause the event to happen in the first place. So if we do any unit enters, let's select our, go to values, select our region 1. So any unit enters region 1. If we do something like do new action, so let's set unit scale. We hit right here, last create unit, type in triggering unit. So triggering unit, this is a very common parameter. Triggering unit, triggering player, triggering well, there's a lot of different things, but those two are pretty common. Triggering unit, triggering player. So triggering unit, that's going to be whatever unit has entered the region. So this is it's very expandable. It's very it can be used for it calls any unit that has entered the region, and it will do whatever you want to it. So let's actually just delete that, and yeah, make a new action. Now we're going to find the move unit instantly action, and we're going to move triggering unit. See it shows up 2 points. Let's change this function. We're going to find center of region. So instead of a point, it's going to define the point as the center of a region, because a region can't be a point, but you can define the center as a point. So we're going to click on region 02, blend. It says what blend is right here. I'm not going to go over that. So move units to that, if that is true. So this basically, if he enters region 1, he'll move him to region 2. Simple teleporting. But what we need to do is now, we'll just copy this, double click on it, let's search issue order, and we're going to order triggering unit to just find stop. So what this is going to do is just make them order to stop. Otherwise what will happen is he will be teleported and he'll keep moving back to that region because he hasn't reached his destination. He hits the region first and he's teleported, but he never reaches destination. So we need to tell that unit to stop moving, the triggering unit. Alright, so let's test this. And actually, one sec, I'm just going to create 2 points because I'm going to make these both teleport to each other. So what we're going to do now is and this is a good time actually to display our if then action. So this is basically kind of like an action that has an if within it, and then it will do things, it'll do actions, and if that if statement is if that condition is false, then it'll do else. Usually if you can just keep else empty and then nothing will happen. So we're going to move both of these into then, and let's actually copy paste this and change this to region 2. So now we have 2 optional events that can occur that will fire this trigger. So if one goes in region 001 and then the trigger will fire, if it goes in region 002 then the trigger will fire. So what we need to define is what we need to check is which region they enter. So we're just going to get into condition and our if then, and we're going to do triggering region. See, there's triggering region, and you can go over all the different triggering functions. They're very useful and common in maps. Let's see, triggering region, yep. Now let's go to value, do triggering region 01. Yeah, that's what we want. Now let's just copy paste this whole if then, change triggering region to 02. Now we're actually going to change these to let's just hit the parentheses and make it go to those points that I made. Let's just rename these real quick just for the heck of it. This is going to be teleport 1 entrance. That's going to be teleport 2 entrance. Now hit points, click on this. It's going to be it's going to be teleport 1, or you can say teleport 2 exit, because he's going to exit from going to this entrance. He's going to teleport there, and click here. This is going to be teleport 1 exit. So he goes here, he's going to be teleported there, and you don't want him teleporting directly on this because then it's going to loop and he's going to go back and forth. So you want to set it where he's elsewhere, or you can make it where he'll teleport here, and then if he leaves he can go back in and then he'll teleport him via a kind of switch or a delay, however you want to set that up. But so yeah, now we're going to go back here in our trigger editor. We're going to click here on the parenthesis, go to value, go to teleport. This one is a teleport 1 exit. And here we're going to go teleport 2 exit. Now that should be good. So let's test this. Okay. So now when we move our Zerglings into the regions, it should teleport them. Yeah, alright, so select our whole army, move them here. You can see down here they're being teleported. See, so it worked. And now we move them in this teleporter, and now we're being teleported here. And you can see when I move one, it stops him. So he's now going to keep going back and forth. If you didn't set that issue move order stop, he would just keep going back like this, like he hasn't reached his destination. So you can use that for lots of things, like entrances to areas that are blocked, or you can even just make it I don't know, an ability that teleports him back to somewhere like a home or something, like next to scene. I don't know. Alright, so that's that. Now next is unit group. I kind of went over this, but just more in depth. So delete this teleport, let's call this unit group. Now let's just make the events. Let's just do a text chat message that's easy to work with. Do a dash group action, new element. Now we're going to find the for each unit group. Oh, I need to do spaces. Oops. Unit group. There we go. For each unit and unit group. Alright, now this I think what I'm looking for is pick each unit in your group. Yeah, this is what we used before. So yeah, I explained this, like it'll pick every single unit in whatever this group is, last created units. But what I want to show you is this one specifically, units and region matching condition. This one is a very common action that I personally use a lot because it's very helpful. You can use a reference every single unit in your game just by this one action. So what we got here is pick each unit and any units which can be specified to a specific kind of unit. Like you can get a unit type of unit, and let's change this value to one second, unit type of units. Oh no, we just click on the parentheses, just go to value, and we can specify any unit in the game. So let's say like Marine. So we click on Marine, pick each unit in Marine units. So that's only going to be all Marine units in the entire map, which is, again, this is a region, it can be changed, owned by any player. So let's just, I'm just going to make this player 2. I just want to show the player functionality. So excluded, these are the attributes of what the unit has. Like, let's just go over a few. Self, no, dead, excluded. So if the unit is dead, it will exclude it from the search, from the unit group search. If the unit has armored, then it will exclude it. If the unit is cloaked, it will exclude it. If the unit is heroic, it will exclude it. You got all these different attributes you can check. And these are, I'm actually not sure how this functionality works with this trigger, but no, I'm just gonna leave that untouched for now. And then with that any amount, you can change this to like 25. Then that will pick alright, so that will pick 25 of all the units that it has searched for. It'll just do 25 of them. Usually we'll pick them in order of time created. The most recent created will be picked the last, the most latest, or most the first ones created will be picked first. That's the order it's picked in. So now what we basically got here is pick each Marine and entire map owned by player 2, matching excluded missile, dead, hidden. So if he has any of those things, it will exclude it from search for the most 25 and do actions. So let's make an action and let's do something other than like kill unit. It's what we got in units. Oh yeah, let's do add behavior. This one is kind of fun. Add behavior, click on behavior. Let's type in, see what we got here. Let's see. Oh, you know what? This one is that defensive matrix? There we go. Defensive matrix. So add one defensive matrix to, and we're going to do picked unit. So that's going to give it to the picked unit, and the caster is what will be giving the behavior from what the picked unit will be receiving the behavior from. Like if it is damaged, you can make the caster another unit, and then that unit will receive the kill for the damage being done to the receiving unit. Like if you get what I'm saying, like the caster is the one giving the behavior, and this the receiving unit is the one receiving the behavior. Yeah, it's like that. So what we're going to do is just do picked unit. It's basically going to be giving it to itself. One defensive matrix, every type group. So now what we need to do is search Marine, make it player 2, and we're going to make a bunch of Marines, and like I'm going to make my guys go after them, and I'm going to spawn the shields on them right before and see what happens. Gonna fight it out. Alright, so let's go to army units, and alright, right there, we're stopped there. We're going to type in group, and did that work? Alright, so that didn't work. Let's debug this real quick. Chat, message, group, pick each unit and Marine units and entire map on my player 2, and do actions. Add one defensive matrix. Pick unit. This player 2, yes. Maybe I just need to do a different behavior. Maybe that one doesn't work for some reason. Let's add let's do, and what is that? Infester fungal growth. Let's try that. I just want to double check picture unit and Marine entire map. My player 2, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Should work. Let's see, why not? Maybe the other behavior is faulty or something. I don't know. Alright, so select our army, go down, type in group. There we go. You can see they all receive the behavior. Now let's type in group again, and you can see, well, you saw for a second the icon, the behavior. Let's see if there's any more. But yeah, gave the debuff to 25 Marines. No more than that. And yeah, it's useful. You can change this to like Zergling and make it all my Zerglings on my player one, and you can change it to like prevent invulnerable, make that, or just make it required actually, so they have to be invulnerable in order for them to be searched by this pick each unit action. It's basically like a search. It finds all the units, it picks them, it selects them within the data, and then it does these actions to them to pick the unit. If you select pick unit, if you do like triggering unit, see it's grayed out, which is another thing I want to point out. Grayed out functions are ones that do not apply and will have no functionality. In like 99% of the cases, I know there's like a few actions that actually work when you use grayed out functions. I mean actions that use grayed out functions, but most of the time it doesn't work. Like I think, yeah. Anyways, so like if we do triggering unit, it's not going to work because there is no triggering unit. All you're doing is doing a text message. Now you can do triggering player. Triggering player, but that's not going to show up because this is only calling the unit, so this is going to be only different kinds of units that we can call. But like if we do modify, I keep doing that, modify player, property, integer, set player 1, go to function, type in triggering player. See, it comes up as black. That means it will function properly with the thing. So we're just going to set that outside the pick each unit. I don't think it'll function properly within it. Minerals set to, I'll just do 9999. Just copy paste this, set Vespine. I'm going to show you real quick how to get quick money, I guess. So that's basically just going to set your minerals and Vespine to that amount. And yeah, but back to this. So this is only going to do your invulnerable Zerglings, and let's just do like 5. So it's only going to do 5. If you have like 10 invulnerable Zerglings, it'll only do 5 of them. Yeah, I think that is good. And then we'll add that behavior, or you can do something else like you can just go down like unit and you can see whatever, you can see all different kinds of actions you can do. You can change owner of the picked unit. This is kind of a fun one. 2, it's actually unchecked and vulnerable, make that allowed. So this is going to be pick units, so it's going to make all my Zerglings and give them to it's going to do 25 Zerglings and give them to player 2. Change ownership of picked unit to player 2 and change color. You can retain the same color as me and make them still an enemy, still player 2. But I'm just going to do that. So let's go test it. So when I issue this funky trigger, it's going to give me like a lot of Vespine and minerals, and it's going to Give 25. I think I put Zerglings to player 2. So let's go ahead and test that. Select view. I think it's a group. There you go. And we can do it again. And we're slowly being outnumbered. And do it one more time. That's going to be all our Zerglings. And yeah, that's unit group. It's well, you're dealing with units, and units are like, you know, one of the most important things in the game. So that's a really important trigger to know, because they're dealing with units, and you can modify a lot of things about them. So, all right. So next thing we're gonna do is unit spawner. Unit spawner. Let's delete this. Make new element. Make new trigger. Call this spawner. And let's go to event. Let's just do periodic event, and let's set this 1 second and do action. We're going to do the create units facing angle action. Click on that. Now what this does is going to create one of whatever specified unit for whatever specified player at whatever point facing whatever degrees. You know, you got, it doesn't show the little compass thing, but yeah, whichever angle you want them to point. And then options, you got ignore placement, which it'll place them there no matter what pathing is blocking. And under construction, I'm not sure on that. But yeah, I'll just go to unit. Let's find. Let's just do Ultralisk. Let's do Ultralisk primal for player 1 at point. First, before we do that, we need to designate points. Let's actually just delete all this. Kind of start from fresh. Delete these. Delete all of our points. There's one more unit there. Alright, so let's make a point here, and let's make a point there. Alright, now let's call this enemy spawn, and this one player spawn. So all your units are going to spawn here. All the enemy units are going to spawn here. It's going to happen at an interval of 1 second. So every 1 second, it's going to create one Ultralisk for player 1 at point player spawn. This point we made. Copy this. One Ultralisk for player. I'll just player 2 at enemy spawn. And I think if we do facing 0 degrees is facing this direction, and for this it's 180, faces the opposite direction this way. Yeah, now let's just test this. So what this is going to do, I'll just go over real quick. Every 1 second it's going to create one Ultralisk for me, player 1, at that point facing 180, which is this way, and then one for player 2 at the enemy spawn facing 0 degrees, which is this way. And yeah, that happens every 1 second. So let's test this. As you can see, it's firing every 1 second. I gain one Ultralisk, and this can be useful if you're making like a spawning type map where you want like a spawner, and you can change this point to be an actual like unit. This is how people make spawners. They use this like, you know, like a flying unit that's invulnerable, and or cloaked, or whatever you want to do. And then just, and you can have all them spawn at that unit. No matter where the unit is, it's going to spawn where the unit is. So Yeah, you can see the enemy respawning. Now we're kind of attacking. Kind of loud, so I'm just gonna close that. Yeah, now you can like mix and match these now. Like, you know, you can make a teleporter that units from your unit spawner moves into, and moves from, like, you know, like a small area into a larger area, like a battlefield from like a spawning zone or whatever. Teleport there, and then you can make, I don't know, like special pits or something that kill your units when they enter like a region, and then you can issue them orders to, I don't know, patrol everywhere and just make a bunch of crazy stuff. Unit group. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it for this tutorial. I think we've been going on for long enough. Thank you that I have given a good amount of knowledge on the editor. That's it for like basic triggers. You can make all kinds of funky triggers. I'll just show you one more action. You got a wait action, which this will basically wait however many game seconds. So if we hit like 60, that'll be 1 minute. And then if we put this here, this will fire every let's just do map initialization. So just to make it simpler, so when the map starts, it will create an ultra list for player 2 and then wait 60 seconds in game and create an ultra list for me. So you can use this to control your triggers, the flow of your triggers, and I think it's very useful. Yeah, so just quick recap. You know, we learned units and region, determining whether a unit is in a region, and then giving it actions. Issue an order to unit to control commands, only commands that it has on the actual unit. Kill a unit, which kills a unit. Teleport, moves a unit instantly to an area. You can use, like, if a unit moves into a region, you teleport it to a point. And then unit group, which specifies, it searches for all the units, all different kinds of units to a certain amount of number within that unit group, within that that type of unit that is specified. Unit spawner is just an event, periodic event that creates a unit per whatever interval you want, or you can make it, I don't know, create a unit upon a unit that is killed, or however you want to do it. It's of course very flexible. You can do a lot with the editor. I mean, you've seen the maps. I'm gonna assume you play arcade maps. Yeah, I think that's it. By the way, this is the dev of Catastrophia and Cave of Blood and like Food Chain and other maps and stuff. Yeah, you can check out those maps and see just all the functionality that goes on, all the triggers and information, and just you know, look it over and you can see all this stuff happening in the game. But yeah, I'll probably make more tutorials, maybe more advanced tutorials, and then other beginner tutorials going over more commands, and then going over the data editor too, which is a whole other thing. But all I wanted to focus on today was just triggers. Triggers are important, especially for making custom games that have a lot of different global functionality. And alright, I think that's it. I think it's a good time to wrap up this tutorial. Alright, see you later.